Hello everyone, I'm Giuseppe Mammano. Welcome back. This is the second part to how to paint a horse. This is step by step. I hope you guys see the first part. There was the blocker in. Today we're gonna do modeling and play a little bit more with the color and the mixing. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna grab a steel. I'm gonna start with my darkest color first. So let's get some of this. Let me see. It's a little bit maybe too dark. So I'm making here a color, kind of grayish. Now this time I'm gonna try to get my paint a little bit thicker, so adding less liquid. You can see they already changed the color. I'm still going pretty loose. Try to put some paint there. Now I see everything like a form, like you can see here in my painting and the picture. Try to see everything like forms. Make your life easier. And here it goes more on the brownish. So I'm working on all the dark and make it darker. Now remember that everything you do here, even if you mistake a color you want to change later, you can still do it. At this point of the paint, I try to be pretty, try to match everything. So go a little bit slow on this stage. As you see, I'll keep my mixing very easy. So what are you doing with this color? Now I can really see the difference. If I gotta go darker or lighter. So that's where the first coat, it's really helpful. I add a little bit more brown there because, and red oxide. See, they have a reddish, just a slightly reddish color here. Okay. I'll take my time. So I'm just focused on the dark right now. And I look back and forth to my painting and in the picture. Okay, now let's get some tone on the horse. Let's mix something. You see that I mix all my color near. Now my two color, they always use their ultramarine blue and burnt umber, and I add stuff to that. So you can go back with some brown here. An example, this one, I don't know if it's a color that I will use. So sometimes I just put it there in the canvas and see how it goes for me. Add just a little bit white here. See what it's gonna do for me. So I can see I went too light on the first coat. So now I'm trying to fix. I'm gonna go a little bit lighter. Still not too light. Still try to get a little bit darker what I see and keep my lightest light and my darkest dark for the end. So you can see that here I'm a little bit darker than what you see in the picture, but that's what I do. To make my life easier, and I leave a spot and area, the highlights for the end. Because I still can add some highlights on top of this color. What I'm doing, I continuously look at my picture. Now make my black using ultramarine blue and burnt umber. Sometimes I use black, but most of the time I'll make my own black, mixing the two, ultramarine blue and burnt umber. Okay. I'll mix more black and my darkest, and we're gonna put a little bit here. I want to completely dark because I want this part to see a little bit, even if I'm gonna still fix my background soon. Okay. Okay. Now, because we use the dark, I'm gonna mix more my dark. Now the liquid, it's a very good material and medium because make the paint dry very fast. Like the next day, it's already dry enough that you can paint on top. But you gotta use just a little bit. 1 part liquid and 3 part paint. If you use too much liquid, you could have a problem on put other layer on top. All right, now let's work on this gray. You have here, near the mouth. Just add some white on my mixing the blue and brown. I'm gonna try here, see how is it, if I like it. Maybe a little bit bluish. I say I went even a little bit darker than what I see, so I can do the same thing I did around here and put some highlights on top to make my life easier. Okay. So I always work with my dark and my light, starting with the dark and after introduce my light. Now here get a little bit darker. I'll try to make the color and use some ultramarine blue, burnt umber. Let me see this. Maybe just a touch of blue. You see it's more on the brownish side. Like it's like building. You work with the color and build one on top of the other one. Okay, now I'm gonna use a smaller brush. I'm gonna work on the eye. Let's see. As always, I'm gonna start with the dark. Same color, ultramarine blue and burnt umber. Same thing. Go with my dark first. I'm still gonna come back maybe and work. I'm gonna try to do the most work here. Okay, looking good. Now I'm gonna go a little bit lighter. Just add some white to the mixing. And add a little bit more white, do some highlights, even if there are no last highlights I will put on this. Going around the eye. Okay. Now I can work around. I can model this eye a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna put some color inside the pupil. Yeah, this brownish. A little bit darker. You see, when it's a little bit darker, I add more blue, more brown again. Try to keep all my mixing pretty easy. Okay. All right. work with the eye, just look everything I see there. I'll put some highlights. And on this side of the eye, there's a little more light. And darker on the bottom. And now I'm mixing those eyelashes. I'm probably going to work again on this, I just don't have an idea. I see some blue, light blue on the reflection of the eye, the highlights. So just an observation at this point. They start looking pretty nice. I'm gonna put just a couple highlights here. You can see that this eye start coming alive. And break. Okay, now I'm gonna put some of the goldish color and model a little bit this. Just for now, so at least you have a so right now I'm gonna just give a form. Okay, got a couple here. Let's see if I can give a little more light here. Okay, now we're gonna work with the background. Okay, now at this point I just grabbed some black here and did the whole background again. You can see how the face pop out, and I'm gonna do just couple touch up before I finish this section, and next time will be details. So I can still work with this for a little bit, and I'm gonna grab some liquid. And maybe try to put some more paint on it. I'm gonna start with the hair. Now, even if I grab it all white, this is gonna be mixing with the other color because it's still wet, so it's not gonna be pure white right now. I grab a lot of paint, and because it is still wet, I wanna maybe do some air here going out of here. You see, I'm pulling. Baby, Ayo, I'm recording. Holy shit, it's like there's a hurricane.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
No. So just let some air go a little bit crazy over there. Because after when you dry out, I can achieve this effect. Grab a lot of paint here. I still have some I can go a little bit more light, I'm sure. Let's work a little bit more. Now, because I have the white here, I'm gonna fix here a little bit. Okay. Now I can work a little bit on here, put some highlights. Okay. Grabbing some light gray here. A little bit darker. So you see that all my mixing, not very complicated, like very easy. I'll keep them very easy. And more you paint, that's what I say, you can, you know, whatever I can teach you, it's good. You gotta do your own experience and learn. Because watching all the video in this world, or even go to somebody and have a private lesson, if you don't practice, you can learn something, but you're never gonna grab some black here, never gonna learn with experience, because I learned most of all this by myself, practicing. And observation is help you to find everything here. More you observe your picture or your subject, make your painting perfect. Now, you don't have to be perfect. Remember that when I started, I was getting a little bit some paintings say, oh my god, I'm never gonna be able to do this or to do this. Like portrait, example, I waited a long time for me to start doing portrait. But you can do it, anyone can do it. If I can do it, I start just 4 years ago, 5 years ago. I never paint before, like at all. So anyone can do it. If you really want something, you can do it. But practice is number one. If you don't practice and just try to learn from somebody, go to classes or whatever you can do, but if you don't practice, I don't think you're gonna be a good painter. Practice is number one. So what I'm going now, I'm just look in my picture. And my painting. And try to see every little thing that can make it better. Even knowing the steel, gonna be able to add more details on this. But I don't want to get too much on the details right now. I prefer make it dry and come back the next day and here I'm kind of blending something. Finger is a power tool. Okay. See if I can get a couple little more details here. Even if it's not a detailed section, this we're gonna wait a little, but just wanna add a couple little things before I end this session. Now you can see I keep my brush. I don't paint like I try to don't paint like this. Try to paint from here because it makes you more loose. The paint look better. I know that you can be like kind of scared because especially if you're used to draw. Okay. That's another thing here. Okay. I wanted to do something here. Yeah. So it's looking pretty good. And I'm getting ready for the details. So next step gonna be details. Is the fun part. And we'll see. Alright guys, we're done for today. I hope you guys enjoy. Next week are gonna be the last video. They're gonna be details. I'm gonna post the link here if this is in the future. If it's like real time, you guys gonna wait next Saturday. If you didn't see the first video, I will post the link here on here. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you very soon.